Hi everybody, my name is Kikapi and welcome to my channel. This is the channel that talks about Stepn and some other upcoming games as well. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If anything that you want to say as you watch this video, please feel free to comment down below. So let's proceed. As you have seen on the title of this video, this is all about a match. We will do a very intensive comparison between the Solana network of Stepn and the Binance Smart Chain network. So why do we want to compare? I guess while we're waiting for some good news, we just want to evaluate now that since these two realms has been existing for a while, a lot of you are asking, do I need to switch now to Binance Smart Chain or shall I stick with Solana? Or if you're from Binance Smart Chain, shall I get more shoes or shall I get shoes in the Solana network? So in today's video, I will provide you calculations and some of the items that I can think of in terms of comparing those two. But as usual, before we start, just a quick disclaimer, guys, that this is not a financial advice. Please use this guide as a research, as for your information only, and always do your own research. So now I present to you the full-blown comparison of Binance Smart Chain and the Solana network. So as you know, guys, I like calculations. I like to do comparison and backup of any statements that I have in terms of calculation. So let's start. I will color who wins between per category for us to be guided on who we think will emerge as winner after this comparison. So let's start with the floor price. Before I shoot this video, the floor price for Solana is 3.15 Solana in US dollar, that's 87.8. For the Binance Smart Chain, it's 0.98 BNB. In US dollar, that is 230.56. I've used the value for Solana as 27.87 as of the time of this recording, and BNB is sitting at 235.27. So it's too obvious that it's cheaper for anyone to own a shoes in the Solana network. So I guess the winner of this round will give it to the Solana network. So let's color this as blue. Let's color this as blue. Okay. Now let's go to the GST price. Again, I'm referring to this time as of the recording of this video. So GST, as per checking on the app, is sitting at 0.1804 US dollar, while the Binance Smart Chain is sitting at 0.5165 US dollar. So as we know, the profit that we can get or the value of GST is higher in BSC. So for this case, the BSC is better. So let's put a yellow on that to represent that it is BSC. Now let's assume what will be the profit per day for those two networks. Let's assume that you have a net of 30 GST per day. Of course, all of us have different GST per day, but just for the sake of calculation, we will just use net profit of 30 GST per day. So if you multiply 30 by the current GST of both chains, we will get for the Solana a 5.41 US dollar per day, while on the Binance Smart Chain, you will get a 15.49. So again, at this point, the Binance Smart Chain is better. So we'll color it with yellow. Now GMT, they will be the same. So we will not put any color. They will be the same. They shared the same amount and same GMT in all realms. So that will be the same. Now let's go to the gems. I just showed here level 1 gems. So for resilience, the floor price for Solana is 0.12. In BSC, it's 0.0185. So if you are buying, it's better in Solana because it's cheaper. But if you're selling, it's better in Binance BSC. So for luck, it's 0.39 Solana. In BNB, it's 0.104. For comfort, 0.175. In BSC, it's 0.166. For efficiency, it's 3.349 for Solana, and then 0.1019 in BNB. So you can see the equivalent US dollar on the right side of the column. So for gems, I guess it depends if you are buying or if you are selling. So since the GST opening is the same for both, so as you can see, the GST is lower as compared to the BNB. So I guess they're relatively the same because again, it depends on it. I mean, not the same value, but I mean by in terms of getting the GST. So there's not much difference. So we cannot say that the efficiency is better in Binance or in Sol because again the GST that you used to open and you used to upgrade gems is cheaper in Solana as compared to the Binance Smart Chain where it's higher if you are selling it in the market. So again, in price, it's cheaper in Solana. Okay, so I guess I will not put a, I will not use this as a basis to compare those two. So for me, they're relatively the same in terms of the amount. It's commensurate with the GST price. Okay, so let's go to the shoebox. 4.15 Solana, 1.15 BNB. So again, the shoebox is cheaper in Solana, so this will go to Solana. Now, uncommon floor price, UCFP or uncommon floor price, 11.4 in Solana and 3.75 in BNB. So the price difference is way so high. So I think Solana will get this one as well. Now, in terms of ROI, for ROI, I assume that I assume that we still use the 30 per GST, 30 GST per day, and let's assume that the fixed price of GST, as we have seen here, is the same. Although we know it's not the same per day, but just for the sake of calculation, we assume that this will be fixed. So if we use those assumptions, we can see that in Solana, you can ROI in 16.22 days, while in BSC is 14.88 days. The other assumption I made here is the floor price of 3.15 and the floor price of 0.98 BNB. So what I did is I just divide the 87.8 divided by the GST, and that will give me the 16.22 days. I divided the $230 by 0.5165, and that gave me the 14.88 days. So as you can see, it's faster by 2 days to ROI and BSC. So in terms of ROI, we will give this to the Binance Smart Chain. Now, how about the GST growth per day? My source here is CoinMarketCap. And as of the time of this recording, within the 24-hour period, the GST Solana went down by minus 27.64%, while BSC is minus 12.11%. In short, the value of GST in the Solana goes down faster than the BSC, so we will give this round to the BSC network. Okay, how about the energy sharing before the third realm and the energy sharing after? Sorry, I need to edit this. After the third realm. Okay, so as we all know that when the third realm will come out, all the sharing of the there's a formula that they had brought out, and we already discussed that in our previous video. If you hadn't seen that, I suggest, guys, that you review it, and they will be same during that time. So this one, it's a tie, so we will not put a color for this. But before the third realm, which is now, as you know, that if you have a shoes in Solana, you cannot get extra energy even if you have a shoes in the Binance Smart Chain. While on the other hand, if you own a Binance Smart Chain shoes and you have extra shoes in the Solana, you can take advantage of the shoes and combine them to form your final energy. And I guess this is one of the major reason why there were a lot of dramas in Stepn in the past, which we will not discuss that in this video. So in this case, we know that it's more advantage for the Binance Smart Chain network to have shoes over the Solana network. That's the reason why this category will go to the Binance Smart Chain. So for example, if you have 3 shoes in Solana and 1 shoes in Binance Smart Chain common, you will get 4 energy because 6 energy because you have 2 energy for the 1 shoes in Binance Smart Chain, and 4 energy in the Solana network. I hope I didn't confuse myself there, but you know what I'm trying to say, guys. Okay, so again, after the third realm, it will not be there's a energy revision, as we already discussed. So we will not put a points here; they will be the same. And there's also diminishing factors, etc. Next category: possible demand for shoes. Okay, why did I say possible? I don't have a backup data to support my assumption. So in short, this is only my assumption. I assume that there will be more demand in the Binance Smart Chain, mainly because, as we've already seen, the price of the GST there is higher, and the rate of growth is sliding slower than in Solana. Although the shoes there is more expensive, as you can see, you can ROI even faster. So I think sooner or later, more people will get more Binance Smart shoes as compared to the Solana network. And also, there's a tendency that those who are owning Solana shoes from the Binance Smart Chain might eventually sell their excess shoes once the third realm will come out, because they cannot take advantage of the large number of shoes that they own in the Solana network to gain more energy. So in saying that, there's a big chance that they might sold those extra shoes and get new shoes from the new realms. And same thing with those who doesn't have Binance shoes from the Solana network. They might end up buying at least 1 shoes to get 1 energy from that chain, and they might just get floor shoes just for the sake of getting the energy. So again, that's just the analysis that I can think for now in terms of the demand for shoes. Now let's go to so for this, I'll give it to the Binance Smart Chain. Now, network performance. Again, I don't have a backup data to support my analysis, but based on my more than 2 months of being a shoe user and owner, I've experienced more network congestions in the Solana network than in the Binance Smart Chain. Now, please comment below if you agree with me or disagree, because as far as I know, we've experienced more congestion, like problems in swapping coins, depositing coins, withdrawing coins, moving coins from the spending to wallet in the Solana network as compared to the Binance Smart Chain. That's the reason why I give this final category to the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so I had now presented those categories that I think is a good way to compare those two realms at the moment. So let's go to the conclusion. Number one, for you to decide, you better check which is your priority among all these categories that were mentioned. Because I think depending on your which one is your priority or at the moment, then that will dictate which network you think is better for you. Number two, do a calculation, because again with this presentation that I gave, there's a lot of assumption that I did. For example, the Solana and BNB amount will be different tomorrow by the time you see this video. Same with the GST that you see here, definitely different when by the time that you see this video. So and also of course the amount of GST that you earn, the type of shoes that you have, is it uncommon, rare, or common? So there's a lot of assumptions here. So I already showed to you how I calculated this. So do an actual calculation so that you know exactly how much is the difference if you stick to Solana and or you go to the Binance Smart Chain. Number three, okay, for existing shoe owner, I guess most of you are thinking, okay, it's now time to switch to Binance Smart Chain, because as we've seen here on this comparison, there's more advantage in staying or going to Binance Smart Chain. However, don't forget, how will you go to that other chain? Will you sell at a loss your current shoes, or would you want to invest extra again to get into the other network? So those are the things that you still need to consider as well. And you might think, is it just better to ROI first and ROI first in Solana before I switch to Binance Smart Chain? Or shall we wait a bit, maybe a few weeks and see how it goes before we jump into the other network? Who knows, something happens again, but hopefully for the better. So that's all I can say for those existing shoe owner. There's no need, there's no rush for you to jump into the other. I guess, again, review your strategies, your priorities, do calculation, and that will make you decide what to do. And number four, when the third realm will come in, I guess we can use this comparison as a guide as to what we will do in the future. Like, for example, okay, maybe the third realm will be more expensive shoes, but how much will be the GST per day? So it will give us an indication if we will eventually buy new shoes there straight away, or we need to wait and see first what will happen. So yes, this will be a good trial. The two realms will be a good trial for the third realm, which we know that will be, I think, coming soon in Q3. Again, we don't know exactly when. Don't ask me when. All the devs are saying that it will be coming soon. So yes, that's the end of the video, guys. We will end with the COTD, or comment of the day. But before we do that, please let me know on the comment section what you think. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and share this video as well to your social media pages so other Stepn users will be informed. So let's proceed with our COTD. And this is from Ramses Paul Benepayo. He said, latest news update on Stepn Ma'am. So he's asking me for any latest news. So far none, but the monthly AMA will be coming on June 15, so in 2 days time after we record this video. So hopefully we will get good plan, good news, and future updates of this project. So let's stay tuned for that. And yes, guys, that's it. And I hope you've learned something from today. And please use this as a guide only. That's it, guys. Until next time, let's go and walk.